And it was down in Fort Bliss, Texas, and they had a big dust storm, and you saw this thing coming off in the distance. The whole damn sky turned black, and this thing hit, and we were all off in the hallways trying to get away from it, and windows were all breaking and stuff like that. Man, it felt. But the thing is, that in basic training, there was like 100 of us in two parts of the barracks, and man, it didn't take us. It didn't take us 20 minutes to shovel that crap right out the windows.
Right, right. Oh, wow.
Thank God. Yeah, crazy weather. They run us in the barracks to get us away from of the windstorm, and it was just unbelievable. It just came out of nowhere, and there it was.
Yeah.
Crazy weather.
You have any crazy stuff like that when you're in Vietnam or no?
Weather-wise, it's what they call the monsoons. It was rain, and it rained for like 2 months straight.
Oh, wow.
And to fill our bunkers, because we lived out underground, and the bunkers were about this high. You know, we lived in it, and it was about 4 feet. 4 feet of it was underground, and the rest was built on with sandbags on top, because the Vietnamese would attack us all the time.
Right.
And so there would, but the rainstorms, they call the monsoons, it was insane. And it lasts for like a month or two. I mean, it just rained and rained and rained. And I had this duffel bag full of my fatigues, because we had duffel bags. It was floating around in the water. And I was trying to get my duffel bag. And all this stuff was shot. I mean, it was gone.
Yeah.
And the fatigues I had on, that was all I wore, the same fatigues for like about a month or two. And that's all I had. And I had what they call a poncho liner, it was like a blanket. And I threw up on it. I bought this vodka down in Phuket, where we went to get our goodies. You know, I had this big thing of vodka, and for some reason I drank the whole damn thing up. I was sick for days, throwing up. I threw all over my poncho liner, and it stunk to high heaven. And I took it out and laid it out beside the bunker, and we had a real hard rain come, and it actually washed it off. So,
Oh, wow.
You're lucky with that.
Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy.
You were crazy. You weren't crazy.
Or crazy. Yeah, you could always tell when they were going to attack us is when we had this projector that had these movies on it for us to watch outside, like a drive-in movie, and the projector would be running, and then all of a sudden you'd hear the damn mortars coming in. They'd fire mortars at us first, and right in the middle of between the projector and the little kind of a screen type thing we had to watch the movie, they had mortars wham right on top of us almost. We were all headed for the bunkers and getting away from these mortars blowing up. It was a shell mortar about this long, and they'd fire out of the tube. And the tube, you could hear it. They'd go poof like that. And then we knew we were going to get hit. Man, they were coming. And we were all scattering around, going to the bunkers, getting away from everything. My scariest time in Vietnam was when we were getting attacked with big LZ. It was about 12 bunkers all the way around it. It was about a mile, 2 miles in diameter. It was big. And we had the 7th and the 13th Artillery I was in, and we had the 1st and the 50th Infantry, and we had the 173rd Airborne, and they were always after the airborne guys. They'd hit them first. And man, these damn gooks are all climbing up underneath the goddamn wires and shit like that. We're blowing up the wires. And I would set these Claymore mines out. They were about this big, about this wide, and they were wired remote. And you'd run the wire inside the bunker and then hit the switch like that to blow these things up. But the bad thing about it is, once the Vietnamese had it figured out. they would just send some kids or something up under the wire, and because they knew we were going to blow it up, so we blew them up first, and they came in afterwards. And man, I'll tell you, they just raised hell with us.
Yeah.
One time the funniest part was when I was there, and there was this, to get these kids to attack us. Little Vietnamese kids, and one of them was coming behind the bunker, and I was on the back of the bunker taking a piss. And this is a bunker about 4 feet, 8 feet high or something like that. I was sandbags everywhere. I was on the back of the bunker, and this kid is coming toward me. And then he threw a grenade at me, and the grenade went up and over the bunker on the other side. And I had my rifle M16 with me, and I was boom, 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 boom while I was shooting it, pointing down at the bunker. I wasn't even shooting at the kid. Of course, we had an M60 machine gun, and one of the guys in the bunker come out and grabbed that machine gun, and here's the shells hitting behind the kid. Poof, 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 poof from the M60 machine gun, and the kid, his black hair is roaring, he's running like crazy. He got away. He crawled up under some damn hole somewhere.
Is that the same exact time that you told me about?
And it was down in Fort Bliss, Texas. And they had a big dust storm. And you saw this thing coming. Off in the distance, the whole damn sky turned black. And this thing hit, and what were you talking about?
I was trying to figure out if that was the same exact time that when the grenade got thrown, the black guy that was in the bunker with you or whatever, and the other side, he like freaked out or some crap.
Yeah, he did. All them black guys are scared to death of everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same black guy that carried on. He was with us too, but one night he thought he'd play a joke on me. And I was down in the bunker with all the communications equipment because I did telephone switchboard. And I was down in that bunker. He stuck his hand. He was the only black guy we had.
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm
stuck
talking
his
about.
hands it was like a porthole you could shoot rifles out of. He stuck his hand in there and dropped the grenade, poof, like this, on the floor. And he says, it wasn't pulled or anything. He just dropped the grenade trying to scare me. You hear him laughing, walking away. And I run onto him like about the next day, and I popped him in the mouth. I go poof like that to him. I says, "Don't be dropping no more grenades on my ass." And he, "I didn't mean it," you know. I thought, what? And then afterwards, I hit him. I thought, why did you hit that guy? He wasn't a bad guy, you know. He's just being crazy. The grenade wasn't even pulled. The pin was still in it.
Yeah.
Once I got a look at it, you know, he was walking away from the bunker. He's laughing. Oh. I felt bad about that.
Was your mom happy about the baby?
Yeah, she's real excited.
I bet. Me too.
Hill we called Duster Hill, and I climbed this big hill up there, and we had what they had. It was supposed to be a secret, but I'm sure it's no secret now. We had ground radar, and they had this guy about miles and miles away with a steel pot going like this, and this guy that did the equipment on the ground radar, he was kind of showing off to me. He says, "Oh, listen to this," and it was, you know, it was by sound, and he handed me some ear things, and I'm listening. And he said, and it went woof, 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 like that. And I go, "What?" And I took him off. And I said, "Well, what is that?" And he says, "Oh, there's a guy about 30 miles away with a steel pot going like this." And he says, "You got to keep quiet about it. They're not supposed to know about this."
Oh, goodness.
With your big mouth, did you keep quiet?
I did. I didn't. I can talk anything about it now. It doesn't matter now. I'm sure they got something more advanced than that.
Oh yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Some random guy down there with a pot.
Steel pot going.
That was in the olden days, Johnny.
Yeah.
50 years ago.
Crazy war. They were attacking us all the time. And these big airplanes and big C something, big planes, they could carry like, I don't know, 150 people at one time or something like that. C-5A, they were called. And they'd come in and land at Phuket Air Base that we were kind of close to. And you'd see the Vietnamese shooting up at it. Some kind of damn gun, I don't know. Had to be a big gun. And you'd see the tracers going off. And then you'd see the plane going up in the air and going back around again because and then after a while, I guess they run out of ammunition or something. And after a while, there wasn't any tracers shooting up at it. They couldn't hit it the first time. They wouldn't.